Okay, Thursday frickin' morning in the kingdom here. This is my fourth frickin' intro. I don't know what's wrong with the me phone. It must be having issues. Okay? But I'm English. I don't give up like when I said I do so many times. But this morning we woke up to -9 Celsius, but feels like -14. And tell me it is a chilly wind because this is my fourth time out here. I just walked out of the house and I'm in my house shoes. Oh, see that? House shoes. Yes, because I know this intro's not going to work, because when I'm done, it'll cut itself out halfway through or at the start of the video. I tried it without the mic or the Lily Tomlin mic. It's just terrible. Okay, so on the yo-yo scale, +16 Fahrenheit, but it feels like +7. That's more than half in a temperature drop. Oh, that wind is chilly. Also, too, I've lost my memory today, and it wasn't alcohol-induced. Yes, for the first time ever. Okay, all those other times that alcohol-induced, the police reports reminded me of what I did. Okay, Facebook says I have no memories from today. So 14 years of today's memories is gone. So I don't know, they're erasing my life or something. I'm beginning to think like that because of these me phones and electronic troubles we're having. Unfrickin' real. All right, so I don't know what I did to the me phone. I gave it a slap upside the... Oh, I shouldn't say that. I gave it a slap, a love tap. Okay, so let's see if we can scroll this way to see if it cuts out and censors me. I'll try and jiggle it. Ooh, I jiggled it. Try it this way. We still have volume, hopefully. If not, I'll be back out here for the 5th frickin' time. I'm English, we don't give up. So we got the sleighs. There they are. We got some snow to go with the sleighs, but not quite enough. All right, so we go this way. Everything is looking good. The caboose, the storage trailers, and the front gate we never use anymore. That's down there somewhere. I can't see. All right, over here, we have the other sleighs. Yes, everything's looking good. Hopefully we made one rotation here without losing volume. Hopefully, please. I'll pray to the volume gods. Yes, to the volume gods. All right, we did one full rotation. Hopefully we have sound. If not, you're seeing my mouth go up and down. Just like when I was married, I never did listen to her. Oh, well, maybe that's why I got a divorce. Well, I better go. Here comes the boss for the 4th time. Okay, another low pressure day here, so the stove is not burning. I had to open the door to get that, how would you say, reignite or whatever, on frickin' real. So if I was to bake a cake or the staff was to bake a cake in the house or loaves of bread, they will not rise. So that gives you an explanation of high pressure, low pressure. It seemed to be low pressure pushes down, nothing rises. So trying to get a wood stove to burn is unreal. But that's okay. You got to man the stove just like a good marriage. Yeah, right. Okay, so over here, we did some cuts. Okay, so cutting a curve or a hole in a tank ends up being an oval. So you start off with a round hole, and then you got to cut it out to be an oval. So here's the chimney off of the wood stove down there. So I know that that pipe and this pipe is the same, and it fits in there. And I can be able to weld the gaps that are there, okay? I think I have enough talent today, but I don't know. So in theory, we got to get this top barrel thingy is done. Now we can finish the door over here, and then we can put the two pieces together to make one and hopefully install it this afternoon when the staff arrives. Hopefully she's sober. Okay, we're in slow motion today. Everything is taking forever. The me phone to do a simple intro this morning took like an hour and a half of farting around, cutting the steel plate, trying to keep the wood stove going is unreal. Okay, but we got the door cut out of this plate. Now the rest of it is officially scrapped, so we did good. Okay, lunchtime in the kingdom, and we got the hinges on the door partially welded, and we're thinking safe the whole time. The rake works good because there's no way it's going to slip and fall out, but the safety guy might not approve of it. But we have to work safely because it's a 3-hour plane ride to the south for the good drugs if we get hurt. So that's if the plane can fly in the weather too. So if there's a cloud in the sky, the plane is not flying. So that's why we have to work safe, and we use vodka as a pain medication, okay? So it's better than going to the hospital. and getting their drugs that they want you to get a prescription and you pay money for. Well, I don't need a prescription to get vodka, and I can buy it 7 days a week almost here in WHO-ville. All right, so after lunch, we'll finish the welding on the hinges, make a latch, and then put this stove over there in that hole, maybe in theory. Okay, I got the door done. We're cutting it pretty close to the staff arriving for putting the chimney in. Okay, but the door opens and closes the right way, in theory, I hope. If not, we can change it when we install it, but oh well, it's not the first time, won't be the last. Okay, just about coffee time, and we're running out of time, so we have to get going here. So we're not finalizing or detailing this project. There's the damper, it's installed. Yes, it should work. Now let's get this thing flipped over and welded onto the second barrel, because the staff will be here right away. Okay, I didn't have time to set the tripod up because I would have to walk to the house and find it and bring it out here. So I just quickly put this on top. So I'm good at measuring. Yes, the Sesame Street, using a 1/4 inch paint marker to mark my lines, plasma cut, so I have lots of margin of error. And it worked out pretty good. We got a nice tight fit around there. I don't know how that happened. It must be a mistake, because usually we have a big hole we have to try and fill. So this working out good. Let's get this welded before the staff shows up, or she'll drink my beer waiting for her turn to work.
Thursday morning in WHO-ville. It's just after 9 a.m. and I'm getting ready to head to work. I'll be there till about 1 or 2 today, and then I'll head on over to the Kingdom and see what we're doing there. It tried to snow most of the night, and it's actually trying to snow right now, so I bet you while I'm at work it'll be snowing out here. Now let's get ready, let the dogs back in, and go to work. Little after 1 p.m. and I just got off work. Got a lot done this morning, so that's pretty good. Now it's time to let the dogs out and make lunch. I'm not sure what's going on at the Kingdom today. My dad messaged me saying something about getting the wood stove done so we can install it after 3 p.m. So I think that means I'm going there after 3 with mail. 3 o'clock coffee, and I just came from mail. There was nothing in there, but that's okay. Now it's time to head on over to the Kingdom and see what my dad's up to. Just after 3 o'clock and I got to the Kingdom. As you can see, it kind of stopped snowing for the moment. I'm going to head on over to the shop and see what my dad's up to. Maybe he's done the wood stove and we can install it. As you can see here, my dad got the wood stove done. Doesn't that look pretty cool? Look at the valve we got off the water tank the other day. It came in handy. We even got the door and like a double barrel system going on here, so hopefully it'll keep the shop and the attachment nice and warm. Now we're going to take this wood stove out with the chimney pipe and everything, and then we'll go down with the green toy and grab a pipe and bring it in and drop it down the hole, and it'll get welded in. Then we'll take the new wood stove and put it right on top of here where the old one was. Got the chimney out, and we even moved the stove out of the way. There's still some hot embers in the bottom, but that's okay. Just some thick gloves, and we got it moved out of the way. Everything that's in there will hopefully go into the new stove once it's in place. Now we got the wood stove in place. We got the door on this side instead of faced up against the shop there. That way there's more room, and it'll be facing out this way, and we don't have to try and squeeze wood in the little hole over there. Plus with the double, it should be a lot more heat in here. Now we'll head out and get the green toy started so we can get a pipe to go in the hole. Now he's checking to make sure it's level, because if you look at the wood stove here, it kind of teeter-totters back and forth. If we look down at the level, it's just a wee bit off, but we did put a bunch of weight on it, and they had the wood stove on there, so it probably sunk down a little bit. Looks like he's going to use the jack-all and lift her back up to make it level.
That's better.
Maybe it was the beam. Now he's going to get the green toy started, and while it warms up, we'll walk down to the pipe rack and get a nice big long, I think it was a 9-foot or 10-foot pipe we need for the chimney. down at the pipe rack, and it looks like my dad's made a decision. We're gonna come with the green toy and grab this one right here, since it is a nice thick material compared to the ones around it. Like, that's a thin material compared to this one, and that's a thick material compared to this one. So I think we made a good choice. Might be a little long, but that's okay. We'll take it up to the shop and cut it. Now my dad just went to go get the green toy. Brought the pipe up to the shop, and it's not very straight. Look at that, and there's a couple dings and dents on it, and it's a little banged up, so we call that a banana pipe. Now my dad went down to the pipe rack again to go look for a straighter one. Hopefully he finds one closer to 9 feet instead of this bad boy that we have to cut in half. I'm not sure if we'll be putting this one back or what we're doing. Looks like we are back over at the pipe rack, and my dad picked out this one now. Hopefully it doesn't have any dents or it's a banana, because that would suck. We cannot go 2 for 2 or 3 for 3. Now here comes my dad with the green toy. Now he's bringing up the other pipe. This one's only 12 feet long compared to the other one, so we don't actually have to cut off this much. Hopefully it's not a banana. And it's starting to snow. Look at this. As it started snowing, look at the little snowflakes that are coming down. They have a nice little pattern to them, so that's pretty cool. You can just see it on the top of my quad here, and I'll go over to the seat. Look at those patterns. That's pretty neat. Some pretty big snow coming down as well. Now my dad's going to get the plasma cutter out, and he's going to cut it down to size. Thankfully, it's only a 12-foot pipe, so we don't actually have to cut that much off. I think it's just down in there where he marked. I'm not sure if that's his actual mark or not, but I guess we'll find out when he starts cutting. Now we got the pipe cut, we're gonna hook it back up to the green toy and then lift it into place. Not sure how much recording I'll be doing because I'll be guiding the pipe into the chimney hole. Up on top of the attachment now, I'm holding on to the chimney pipe. As you can see here, my dad's on the inside putting it into place, and then we'll take off the strap and he can pull the green toy away, and then he'll go inside and weld the bottom on, and then I'm pretty sure he'll be welding brackets on and a bunch of other stuff to keep the pipe in place. Now my dad got the welder and the welding sleigh going, that way we don't smoke ourselves out with this one. He's going to weld down on the bottom of the beam here, that way it's nice and level as you can see. So I'm going to hold it into place as he does it. Now my dad's leveling out the wood stove here, as you can see, that way we can connect the chimney pipe to the top of the wood stove. Last thing we want is it to be not straight, but is anything around here even straight? My dad just had to go out onto the green toy and lift up the pipe a little bit since it's seeped down, so we had to get it up to this red line here, and now my dad can hopefully weld it into place. Now my dad's gonna hustle to weld the chimney pipe into place here before it seeps down again. Looks like we're done with the green toy for today, so my dad parked it and turned it off and got it ready for the next time we'll need it. Now it's time to head on over to the shop and see what we have left to do. Now my dad is measuring a couple cross beams here to keep everything in place. These will be the supports that are welded to the side here. That way if the chimney pipe moves or anything, it won't take the whole stove with it. So now he'll go over to the shed and see what he can find. Now my dad's in the miscellaneous pipe and metal shed here. This is where we keep all of our short stuff for times like this. Now he's just looking for a support / brace for the wood stove. Looks like my dad's performing magic here. That's being held up all on its own. I'm surprised it hasn't fallen over yet. He must have cut it just right. Got all the welding done on the inside. As you can hear, my guy is climbing up the ladder on the outside of the attachment so he can weld on top there. He has to weld it to the rafters, that way it doesn't blow away or something happen to it, because you never know. Now I'll go out there and give you guys a little view of him up on top of the roof. 10 to 6 and it is already dark out. Look at this. You can't even see our neighbor next yard over there. That's how dark it is already with this new daylight saving times. It really sucks. Little after 6 o'clock and we are officially done for today. The only thing left is to get a fire going in the new wood stove, so that'll be pretty nice. Hopefully the shop will be nice and toasty warm by tomorrow. Now it's time to head inside and grab my dog treats and head on back into WHO-ville and do the weather. 6:30 and I just got back from the kingdom. As you can see in the background, it's kind of snowing now. It's -8 degrees Celsius, which is 17 degrees Fahrenheit, but I don't have the feels like because my weather channel's all screwed up. I'm not sure what's going on there, but that's okay. Now it's time to head inside, let the dogs out, and make supper, and then end my day.
Okay, the struggle was unreal today, right from the start with the me phone, and it went all day. It just never ended, just like a bad marriage. So you know what kind of day you're going to have if you wake up and the wife is grouchy? Well, that's the same as when your me phone is grouchy and not wanting to respond. So this is the first fire in the double barrel. So it's turning out pretty good. And we got to get the heat back up in the shop here because it was chilly all day. So let's go check on the flags. Okay, 5:30 old time. No, 5:30. No, 6:30 new time. So it would, I don't know, I'm all confused. It's 6:30. Let's get this done. We got the chimney welded into place. Now we can put some tin on the roof. So that's working out good. Now the wood smoke is blocking the cameras in the kingdom. So we'll have to move them. What a day. All right, let's scroll this way and check on the flags. Okay, it's a nice day out here. It's warm, kind of, sort of, but it was chilly in the shop. But that's normal. It's a good thing we weren't changing the wood stoves out in the chimney at 40 below. So this worked out good. All right, let's go walk the dogs, make a video, and drink some beer. And we'll talk to you guys later.